Hello subscribers, I hope you guys are doing well. Today, we'll be taking a look at this spooky looking creature, which is the Anglerfish from CollectA's 2022 line. When this was first revealed back in November of last year, I was very surprised and excited, mainly because you don't often see ray-finned fish and deep-sea animals getting made into toy form. They're usually overshadowed by more popular sea creatures such as cetaceans or cartilaginous fish such as sharks. This is also the first accurate larger sized anglerfish figures. We did have ones by Boley and Chapmay, but they were very stylized and clearly based off the one from Finding Nemo. So let's dive in and take a look at the detailing. Now here is the head sculpt, which is pretty much half of its body size. You can see that it's very well sculpted and detailed. The eye looks ominous as well as its many teeth. Some of the teeth on the lower jaw are larger than the others, whereas the ones on the upper jaw are more of a consistent size. Here is the interior of the mouth. There appears to be taste buds on the tongue, and on the upper jaw, there's a second row of teeth. So across the figure, there's more of that lovely texturing, and there's some smaller lights across the figure. We've got the pectoral fins, the tail fins, and the dorsal fin. They all look nicely sculpted, and they look like coral. And on the top, there appears to be 4 spike-like structures. Of course, there's the anglerfish's signature lure. Here is the animal from the other side, and one of the reasons why this model is absolutely fantastic is you can see that the male has been sculpted. Now, male anglerfish are considerably smaller and look way different than their female counterparts. You can see that he looks like a minnow in comparison. And this is also accurate. Once the male attaches himself to the female, he is staying there forever. The paint job is very accurate and simple. The fins are white, as well as the lights across the body, the tip of the lure, and the teeth. The main color is brown, the eye possesses a darker brown color, and the interior of the mouth is a very dull pink. The male anglerfish pretty much shares these same colors. I've had this fish figure for about 2 months, and I didn't realize until now that the entire thing was translucent, and it looks absolutely stunning. Let's do some quick measurements with the flexible ruler. From the tip of the tail to the bottom jaw, the female anglerfish is about 4.75 inches long. And if we're including the lure, she's about 5.5 inches long. Of course, since this is an aquatic animal, don't expect a lot from height. So she's only about 2 inches tall. The male anglerfish is about 0.75 inches long. And talking about his height is irrelevant. Starting off with our comparisons, here is the Safari Ltd mini anglerfish from the deep sea tube. They do look different, but keep in mind, there are many different types of anglerfish, and some look even crazier than these. Why not bring in the rest of the deep sea tube? So we've got the anglerfish, the glass squid, the dragonfish, the hatchetfish, the isopod, the viperfish, and the gulper eel. Here is the Chapmay Animal Planet viperfish, which was strangely called an anglerfish when it was first released in a Liopleurodon playset. Up next, here is the Safari Ltd Incredible Creatures Pelican Eel. We seriously need more larger sized deep sea creature figures made by the main companies. You know, Safari Ltd, CollectA, Papu, and Schleich. Besides these two, the only other ones I can think of is an assortment of deep sea fish that Safari Ltd released back in the 90s. But unfortunately, that whole set alongside this pelican eel are retired. So basically, the CollectA anglerfish is the last deep sea creature figure standing until we get more. Now let's bring in 4 ray-finned fish figures from the Safari Ltd Incredible Creatures line. First, we have the clown triggerfish. Here is the Goliath grouper, which is fantastic and one of my favorite fish figures. And here is the salmon, which I think is a pink salmon. And here is the red-bellied piranha. Next, here are some mini ray-finned fish figures from the Safari tubes. So we've got the arapaima from the South American Animals tube, and the sardines, the swordfish, the yellowfin tuna, and the sailfish from the pelagic fish tube. Here is the Chapmay barracuda, which is one of the better looking animal figures from this company. Here is the other fish figure for this year, the Safari Ltd salmon shark. And here is the CollectA basking shark, which is just as spectacular as the anglerfish. Next up, here is the Safari Ltd coelacanth, and Safari put this under the prehistoric world range, even though this is an extant species of coelacanth, and it should be under the Sealife range. Last but not least, here is the reviewed figure next to the CollectA Xiphactinus and the CollectA Mini Xiphactinus. These two show that CollectA is really good with doing ray-finned fishes. I'm hoping that we get more in the future, both living and especially the extinct. CollectA starts showing their new figures around the beginning of November, and that's just right around the corner. I'm hoping that they have elite sickbees for us. Well, there you have it, guys. This was my review on the CollectA 2022 Anglerfish. Overall, this is a stellar figure. It's highly detailed, the sculpt and paint job are scientifically accurate, and of course, there's the addition of the male anglerfish and the translucence. So I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. It's my favorite figure from the CollectA Sealife range, and it's the best anglerfish that we have so far. If you want one, you can get it off of minizoo.com. So if you guys enjoyed this review, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section about what you think of this creepy fish figure.